Reaction 3 raises the most concern since it runs on MOX, or mixed oxide fuel, a mixture of plutonium and uranium. MOX is far more dangerous than uranium on its own, and MOX is 2 million times more deadly than normal enriched uranium. Your comments, James?
It's right. It's right.
Okay.
But except for that hydrogen could not have blown that facility that bad. They're interweaving truth with lies. True,
exactly.
That MOX fuel is nasty, and that's the only truth. It's nasty beyond the ends of the world. The rest of this stuff is just poppycock.
So what he's doing, he's wagging the dog. What if
he's wagging the dog?
Yeah. What if the release of elements in the smoke and vapor were not just radioactive iodine, cesium, and uranium, but an MOX combination including plutonium? This would explain why the workers were immediately evacuated, given the deadly nature of plutonium. Plutonium is extremely difficult to detect because it emits limited gamma rays, unlike radioactive iodine, cesium, and uranium, and it is deadly. Plutonium release would not show up as a radiation spike. Plutonium-239 is the deadliest element known to man. Half-life
1 milligram will kill you.
Yeah,
1 milligram.
Yes, half-life of plutonium-239 in MOX is 24,000 years. Few milligrams of P239, escaping in a smoke plume will contaminate soil for tens of thousands of years. And this, I think, is the key, because, James, what you're dealing here is a cult. You're dealing with a death cult. Now, this man says, I repeat, D.K. Matai, the founder of the Asymmetric Threat Contingency Alliance based at Canary Wharf, Canada Square, Canary Wharf, says, plutonium comes from Pluto, god of wealth and power, and also the god of hell and death. So you've got, I would say, a certifiable psychopath who is playing games with the global industry and the lives of millions of people to make a quick buck, perhaps, on the insurance market, but ultimately to achieve the goal of people operating out of the City of London, which is depopulation.
You just made it up.
One of the men behind this, one of the principal factors, is a Canadian by the name of Maurice Strong, who's persuaded the Communist Chinese to have a one-child policy that has resulted in the abortion of around 450 million fetuses during the last 30 or 40 years, and they measure that in terms of value by the weight of carbon dioxide saved, James. You're dealing with lunatics, but extremely intelligent, cunning, and ruthless lunatics that are in fact holding the sovereign state to ransom.
Now, I want to clarify that Aaron Russo, who was a Jew, is a hero. He's a hero. There's no other way you can put it. Even Michael Moore, as whacked out as he was, he's a hero. We're not talking about a group that is 100% bad. It's largely bad, but it's not 100% bad. If anyone calls you an anti-Semite for discussing the truth about what this cabal has done, just say, Michael Moore was a hero. You go and you download his video and look at it. Look at what Alex Jones did the world a favor there. Download the interview with Aaron Russo and use that as ammo against this anti-Semitic line that you're going to get thrown when you discuss subjects like this. Say, Aaron Russo was a hero. He was a Jew. Take your anti-Semitic garbage elsewhere. Let's discuss the facts.
Right, and I would say that the two most dangerous banking communities behind this guy, D.K. Matai, that are hedging global population with the insurance fraud, one is N.M. Rothschild and the French arm of Rothschild's, Baron Edmond de Rothschild, and the fact that they're Jews is totally irrelevant because the other bank is the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank Corporation, which hosts D.K. Matai, and to all intents and purposes, since it was founded in 1865, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank has been controlled by the family of David Cameron, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
It's all a big spider web, and you've got pieces of information that are just damning, and I do too, and I think this is a pretty good merger of facts in this program.
Well, it's a privilege, and as I said, I'll let Field sign off on this, but I hope if you are willing to come back and we'll start sharing our information. I think What you have is an immense amount of electronic intelligence and engineering intelligence about the way these plants could be destroyed. What we have through happenstance, because perhaps partly because Field's sister happens to be probably the most powerful and most dangerous and most ruthless bureaucrat in America's history, we have unique access to the human intelligence, and if we put the human intelligence and the electronic intelligence together, we can roll this over. I would say it would take 1 week.
I don't think it's going to take that long. I agree with both of you, gentlemen, and I applaud your combined intellect and your willingness to put your egos aside, which is difficult, not for David, not for James Stone, and not for me, but sometimes when you get two such powerful minds caught up in the same discussion, there is some opportunity to be unkind to each other. I did not witness that
this
once
guy is
today.
telling too much stuff dead on. He is filling in the blank. He's filling in the stuff that I don't know. It's just like, it's amazing. I'm blown away.
Well, you're going to continue to be blown away because I don't know if you're in the chat room, but the girls and the boys in the chat room have come up with a character name. I'm not going to identify who he is, but I guarantee you are going to like it, James Stone. But the character name is Jade East. And Jade East will be in this Chapter 4 that David's about ready to divorce me over since I've been so tardy. But, you know, I'm sort of good at timing, and I know that we're running out of time to thank Joe McNeil, to thank James Stone, to thank David Hawkins for sharing the mic with James Stone, and then formally to ask you to come back next week if you'd like to, James. You're welcome to. Everybody at Able Danger is equal. We all bring different tools to the toolbox, but the tool you brought today, I believe, is what we would call the final hammer with which we may drive the final nail. And even though it's up to God to provide victory, it's written in Proverbs 21:31 that He will. And it's my opinion as a humble American that He has today through the combination of both you gentlemen. So I'll allow you both to sign off and say goodbye, but from Field McConnell in Plum City, Wisconsin, goodbye, God bless. Thank you, Vanny, for the chat log. Anybody wanting the chat log, email me at fbi@usdoj.gr, and GR stands for Greater Results. David, you want to say goodbye and let James close it?
I'd like James to, so I don't run into his time. Please, James, just sign off for us.
I have a closing comment. You readers out there have a responsibility now, because you have been told the truth. It took them 300 years and trillions of dollars to build this theater of darkness, yet the light of only one match can burn it down. Do not let this light go out. Archive and post this. Send it to your friends. Wake up your family. Everybody is asleep. We have it. We have it nailed here. Get the word out. It's not in our hands anymore. It's in your hands. We need the numbers. We need the volume. Spread the word. That's my final statement.
Thank you very much. Everyone should look at Isaiah 55:11, and you'll see that the word is going out, and it will not return to us void without having the effect for which we sent it. God bless everyone. See you next week, James. Welcome to Able Danger. Goodbye, David.
Thank you.
And bye.